Hello, I'm Severin, and welcome to this really short video clip. I will be talking about two things. First, our Haus Himmelfahrt, and secondly, the Tourism Transition Pathway, or TTP. Let's start with Haus Himmelfahrt. Here you see Maria Himmelfahrt, which is a tiny, tiny village close to Sopra Bolzano in Alto Adige, in Italian, or Südtirol as it is called in German. This is our house, which we are currently restructuring. In summer this year, we might already be able to rent out our 4 holiday flats. And here comes my dad.
Hi, Zivi. Hi.
So I have quite a lot of questions for you. So try to answer in a brief way. No big university lectures. Okay?
Okay, I will do my best. Yeah.
Okay. What makes Haus Himmelfahrt so special?
Well, I think, as you saw from the pictures, this is a historic house. It's really old, 400 years, um, in a tiny, tiny village that was in the past, so already 400 years ago, actually 460 years ago, used as a vacation resort, you could say. Actually, making holidays was invented in Mariasund, or in Himmelfahrt as it's called in German. It's super peaceful. It's in the midst of nature. So in that sense, it's indeed special.
But like many places are peaceful. Is that all?
Well, in addition, I think it's more than a house, right? It's about an idea. It's about a philosophy that the house Himmelfahrt rests or builds on 3 pillars. So one is what I already mentioned. The tradition is the century-old tradition of making Villeggiatura or Sommerfrische, as they say in German. And then, beside this tradition, there's a second pillar, and that is sustainability. We want to make sure that everything in Haus Himmelfahrt is fully SDG oriented. And then our third pillar is accessibility. So that's about making sure that whatever we offer, bedrooms, kitchens, bathrooms, sauna, wellness zone, the garden, the stairs, whatever we have is fully accessible also for people who have issues in moving, no, either because they sit in a wheelchair, or they have a baby troller, a pram, or they walk on a stick, or that they have a sport injury, and it should be really a house for everyone. So this accessibility under the CRPD, the Convention on the Rights of Persons with Disabilities, that's for us key. So tradition, sustainability, and accessibility, that are things that I think make our house really special.
Okay, very good to know. Okay, but Mr. Ehrlich asked you to speak about the EU tourism pathway. What the heck is this? To me, this sounds like Chinese.
Yeah, it often happens that these EU slogans are not easy to be understood, but the European Union wants to make sure that all actors that are offering tourism services like hotels or Airbnbs or restaurants or you name it, that they do their best in order to become greener. So this TTP offers a pathway, a gateway, in order to become more SDG compliant, greener, more digital. And how does it work? The idea is quite clever. There's no legal obligation involved. Quite to the contrary, the pathway asks everyone, also tiny hoteliers, to brainstorm and to say, well, what could I commit to in order to become greener as a service provider? These are the so-called pledges. So we pledge to achieve a very concrete aim. And this is not just for the big hotels, I don't know, for a Hotel Ritz in Paris or Berlin. In fact, I committed our house Himmelfahrt to fulfill certain pledges.
Oh no. So what did you commit to us?
So we committed to various pledges. I can give you an example of 2 of them. So pledge. There are more sort of thematic areas you can commit under, over 20 of those, and then you can choose. So I chose activity 8 and 25, I think. So 8 is about becoming greener. And so I formulated very concrete steps that we are going to take actually by the end of this year already. Maybe we can show the people then on the screen how this looks like, these aims. And the second is to commit for full accessibility. So the thing I was mentioning before, right? To make really sure that whatever we have in our house is fully accessible. If you use a wheelchair, you get everywhere. Everything is sort of complying with the norms for full accessibility.
So let's leave this pathway thing and rather show some pictures of Haus Himmelfahrt.
Yeah, let's do that. I mean, I can, for instance, show you some pictures of our bathrooms. They are currently being finalized, and you would see that every bathroom has a specific wallpaper. These are done by my sister, your aunt, Nissi, so Larissa Miloradovic, who runs Milula Design, and everything has a meaning. So we were thinking about every motive there. You will also see here some pictures of the landscape. Of course, the Dolomites, the Dolomiten as they're called in German, are well known everywhere on this planet. So yeah, I think we have a very nice place that we are creating here in Himmelfahrt.
Wow, I just learned a lot about Haus Himmelfahrt. It's a really awesome place, actually.
Have a good day.
Thanks.